Walking the new skipper to sink or swim in the NL. And there, look at that, Carlos Zambrano throwing on 1 day's rest. Actually, you know, they were honoring him first pitch to Milton Campus because they threw no hitters. And easing the transition for Swaim, they're throwing CC Sabathia. That's got to help, right? Got him first, maybe not. Alfonso Soriano on third. Derek Lee shot to center that Mike Cameron can't track down. Soriano scores and the Cubs take an early lead, 1-0. Ryan Dempster, just a killer guy at home, right? 12 wins so far this season at Wrigley. Gets Carson Charles. Cameron looking. Ray Durham, how about you? No. Dempster, 7 strikeouts through 3 innings pitched. Into the 6th. Cubs up 3-0. 1 on, 1 out. And Prince Fielder, kids, there's a lesson here. Eat your vegetables. Look at that. My goodness. 31st of the season. Clear out of the ballpark. So the Brewers down just 3-2. Bottom 7, same numbers. We got 1 out and Soriano off Sabathia. Big swinger. His 29th of the season. Cubs extend the lead out to 4-2 and Soriano wants some love from the friendlies.
He came out for the curtain call. Have you seen a guy come out for a curtain call that wasn't requested?
Yeah, love me. Oh, Fielder again. Cheddar is better off Carlos Marmol, his 32nd of the season. And that'll make the cheese a little more binding. It's 4-3 into the 9th. 5-4 Fielder back at the plate facing Kerry Wood. 2 outs. We got 2 on. We got a full count and Wood. After all these fastballs, hello, Uncle Charlie, the Yacker, the Deuce. Good night. Cubs win 5-4. Here's Fielder on that final drama-filled at-bat. So a win, and the Mets still lead the NL East. A loss, and at worst, they lead the wild card race. NYC, Washington, D.C. in the 5th. Christian Guzman with 2 on and 2 out. 2 out hits and gets you to heaven. That's a ground rule double. Dallas Perez, the pitcher's on the board. 1-zip Nats, top 6. Same thing for David Rice. 2 on, 2 out. Willie Harris gets that one. Excellent catch. Take another look. Top play nominee. I said so. Harris, Mama made him just tall enough for him to reach that thing. And right, if you can imagine, bumming. Top 8. 2 on again. 1 out. Jose Reyes bounces to Mike Hinckley, who throws high to Guzman. He gets the 1. Reyes safe on the fielder's choice. And the next batter, Hinckley strikes out Ryan Church. Mets cannot push anything across. We go to the 9th. The Mets hitters, 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the lineup, 1 for 20, and they didn't add anything to it on Tuesday, that's for sure. Joel Hanrahan gets right, swinging this time. Carlos Beltran, what do you have? Deep to center, but out number 2. Last chance, Carlos Delgado, who's just been hotter than the sun. And Hanrahan gets him as well. Nationals win it 1-zip. Guzman's 5th inning RBI stands up.
Lost Phillies can retake first place in the NL East. Ryan Howard facing off against the Braves. Phillies 6-0 at Turner Field this season, and Ryan Howard, it stays in the yard, still does some damage. Omar Infante having trouble out and left. Jason Worth coming in, and it's now 7-5 Braves in the 7th. Ryan Howard with the triple. Next inning, man on first. Howard and the Phillies down 7-6, not anymore. 45th home run of the season for Howard. 38th home run in September and October since 2005. Tops in baseball for Howard. In the 9th. Phillies 70-0 when leading after 8 innings.
That's a good percentage.
Brad Lidge, though, having serious issues. Walking Chipper Jones, tying run on first. Next batter, Brian McCann. Pop out to Chase Utley. Utley would drop the ball, but infield fly called, so we have 1 out. All right? Next batter, Lidge gets Infante to hit a grounder to 3rd. Infante out at first. Chipper advancing to 2nd, so we got 2 outs. Next batter, Lidge walks Casey Kochman. Go-ahead run on. Meeting now on the mound. This is dicey. Next batter, Jeff Francoeur. Oh, another walk. We got the bases loaded. Still 8-7 Phillies. What would Lidge do facing Gregor Blanco? 3-5 in his career against Lidge. Well, he goes down. Lidge picks up his 37th save. Phillies get the win. Just 2.5 back of the Brewers coming in at the start of the night. Well, in the first inning, that streak, all that hype, all that buildup coming to an end without recording an out. Jorge Cantu giving the Rawhide a ride. 3-run shot. Cantu's 4th home run in his last 5 games. He now has 27 on the season. We're still in the bottom of the first now. And Oswald, more trouble. Cody Ross shot the right center. Dan Ugla got the wheels, getting the green light all the way from first base. He comes in, stand-up double for Ross. Marlins up 4-0. Next inning, more Marlins O against Oswald. Mike Jacobs to deep center. Off the wall, Hanley Ramirez coming in from first, and the Marlins up 5-0 in the second inning. Bottom of the fourth, Oswald settling down, getting Cantu. In the fifth, Oswald. Jacob swinging. Next batter, Dan Ugla looking. Oswald 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 10 Ks. But the Astros bats have gone silent in their last 3 games. All losses. They're hitting .068. Marlins get the win 5-1. So the Astros cannot capitalize on the Brewers' loss. So entering play on Tuesday, the Mets lead the East. The Phillies and Brewers were tied atop the wild card standings with the Astros 2.5 games back. 1 day later, the deck has been shuffled. The Mets, thanks to losing the lead in the East, now lead the wild card by a half a game over the Astros. Make that a half a game over the Brewers. It's a good look for you.
I am awesome. Wait till Wednesday. I may change that.
Josh Beckett 4-1 in his last 6 starts against the Rays. Getting some help from Dustin Pedroia, making the tough throw to get the out, saving a hit. Later in the third, Beckett getting Fernando Perez looking. Bottom 4, Jason Bartlett, roller to third. Mike Lowell, the bare hand. Now, playing with a partially torn labrum in his right hip, it's not good for Lowell. He will be evaluated later on Wednesday. Top 5, Andy Sonnenstein having a great game as well. Sonnenstein getting Jed Lowry looking. Sonnenstein 13 wins this season, 1 shy of a franchise record. He went 6 innings, 5 Ks, 1 earned run, getting the double play here. Bottom 5 now, 2 on, Eric Hinsky going down, swinging. Next batter, it's Beckett still on the bump. Gabe Gross, thanks for playing. Beckett getting out of the jam. Bottom 6 now, Rays down 1-0. Jason Bartlett grounding one back to Beckett. Look at that, Dustin Pedroia turning to the double play. Bottom 7 now, Carlos Pena, deep to left. It looks like Jacoby Ellsbury has a chance. No. Solo shot, 29th of the year for Pena, 7th game-tying home run this season. Bottom 9, 1 on, Pena swings and misses. 1-2 count. As you see, a ball has rolled onto the field. Umpires say time was called before the pitch. Strike taken off the board, crucial. Terry Francona coming out to argue, not happy about it. One more look, left side of your screen. You see near the third baseline, a ball coming out onto the field during the pitch. That was costly. 3-1 count on Pena now. And Pena swings and misses. Would have been strike 3 if that one had not been taken off the board. Full count now. Masterson walking Pena. 2 on now. 2 batters later. Cliff Floyd gets hit. Bases loaded. Next batter, still tied at 1, Deanna Navarro, the catcher, delivering for his pitching staff. Deep to center, walk-off single, 3rd career walk-off. Rays win 2-1. They are now 6-0 in 1-run games against the Red Sox.
69, the Yanks hosting the White Sox in a full crowd, watching as Jeter gets up there to bat. Rip under the glove of Juan Uribe. That is a base hit. The Yankee players go out, top step, and give Jeter a standing ovation. There you go. Congratulations to Jeter. And look at the flashballs just popping. Everybody wants a picture of history when that happens. Jeter becomes the all-time hits leader, 1,270. He would add another later in the contest. Unlike Alfonso Soriano, Jeter accepting the applause, deserved and recognized. A-Rod, little, we're boys. Top 4, game tied at 1, runners on first and second. Ken Griffey Jr. back up the box. Brian Anderson will score, no relation. Give the RBI to Jr. 2-1 in favor of the White Sox. Next guy up in the lineup, that would be Paul Konerko. How you feeling? Well, on this at-bat, just fine, thanks. Drills it to left. Jermaine Dye will score. 2 bags for Konerko, and the White Sox stretch that lead to 3-1. Bottom 5, Gavin Floyd in trouble. The bases are chucked. 2 outs. So this is a clutch at bat from Jason Giambi. 3-2 count. Yanks down 4-2. Giambi fouls the pitch off. Runners going, obviously. A-Rod cross back to first. Giambi fouls off another one. First base coach Tony Pena. Come on back, right? Jorge Posada offering, you need a little something? We got it for you. Another 3-2 pitch, and Floyd finally strikes out Giambi. Rodriguez, he's tired. So are the Yanks. They've lost 3 straight. The White Sox win this one.
Needing to win. Just keep pace with the Sox in the AL Central. Bottom 3rd, Johnny Peralta. Already up 4-1, Liriano, the wild pitch, and that brings in Franklin Gutierrez. 5-1 Indians. 4 batters later, Andy Marte, chopper. That brings home Victor Martinez. Liriano, 2 2/3, 8 runs, 4 earned. Indians up 7-1. 5th inning now. The Twins mounting the comeback. Joe Mauer, the single to right, Denard Span coming in. Twins now down 8-4 in the 6th. Bases loaded for Justin Morneau. Down 8-7, Morneau flies out to right. Twins cannot capitalize. What a chance. In the 7th, bases loaded again for Minnesota. Still down 8-7. Chris Gomez lines out to Marte, and he doubles up Jason Pridey. Twins once again come away empty-handed. Bottom of the 8th, Grady Sizemore. Off the pole, down and right, 32nd home run of the season. Sizemore willing it, to be fair. In the 11th inning, we are tied still. Victor Martinez facing Joe Nathan with 2 on. And this is history for the Martinez family. Victor's first ever walk-off. Indians win 12-9. Twins are now D-backs 4.5 back of the Dodgers in the NL West facing the Giants. Danny Herron struggling of late in his last 8 starts, but boy, he was in the zone early and often, getting Dave Roberts. You know, Herron's sitting on 14 wins, 1 shy of his career best, but winless in his last 4 starts, cruising through 5. Bottom 6, Stephen Drew at the dish, crushing the Matt Cain offering. Solo shot. Number 18 on the season, confusing the camera guy. D-backs now up 2-0 in the 9th. Herron still on the bump, looking for his first career complete game. Shutout, facing Travis Ishikawa. Herron getting it done. Complete game, 4 hits, 12 Ks. D-backs win 2-0. He joins Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, and Brandon Webb as the only D-backs to reach double-digit Ks and record a shutout.
Well, the Dodgers are just burying those fellas from Arizona. L.A. and Pittsburgh, they're 11-2 in September. Their magic number is 9 in the 2nd. Derek Lowe trying to move the runners over. Jeff Carson's poor throw to first. Freddie Sanchez drops it, picks it up. Looks like maybe he got it in plenty of time to get the runner. This is safe. Inning continues. Well, after a sac fly by Russell Martin, drives in a run. Andre Ethier with 2 outs, singles, and drives in another. Angel Baroa will come around to score. Dodgers up 3-0. Next guy, Manny Ramirez, doubles to left, driving in low. He had 3 more hits. Dodgers go up 4-0. The controversial call costing the Pirates 3 runs. It's 5-1 in the 4th. 2 on for Brandon Moss. Chopper, and he doesn't go anywhere. And Russell Martin, that's easy. 2, 6, 3 is your double play. Don't give up on the play, kids. Martin bounces out from behind the plate. Off we go. Dodgers win at 6-2. Derek Lowe improves to 6-0 lifetime against the Beckos. Top plays. I hope your lug nuts are secure for this. Number 10, Fred. Red Sox Rays. Jason Bartlett. Slow chopper. Mike Lowell charges fields. Barehands it. Gets to play at first and then comes up limping. A cost. Guys will give full effort to make top plays. Seriously, if he knows he's not in top plays, he lets that go through his legs.
We stay in the same game. Kevin Youkilis, the grounder, left side. Jason Bartlett, are you kidding me? Backhand to get Youkilis just in time. Yeah. We'll have more from this game later.
Yes, we will. Number 8, Mariners Royals. Matt Tuiasosopo grounds one to third where Alex Gordon. Nice stab, and then he's up with the throw. See, the pick's just a half. You got to be able to throw that seed the other way. And Ryan Sheely, excellent. Royals win it 6-3. Everybody's happy in KC.
Number 7, UEFA Champions League, Liverpool against Marseille. Steven Gerrard, beautiful goal. On the first touch, great bender. And the keeper doesn't even move. Liverpool wins 2-1.
All right, back here in the States, Red Sox Rays at number 6. Eric Hinsky, ground up the middle. There's Dustin Pedroia. It's not really a game unless that fella gets dirty, is it? I mean, AstroTurf makes it a little harder, but he's just spectacular. Rays, they'll win 2-1.
Giants D-backs, number 5, Pablo Sandoval. Lines at the first, Chad Tracy touching first and getting the double play the hard way. Yeah, the slide in there. D-backs would win this one 2-0. Danny Herron, complete game shutout.
Number 4, Brewers Cubs, Ronnie Cedeno, hard grounder up the middle. There's J.J. Hardy. Full extent. That's an all-star quality play there. Now, I'm not sure that's a consolation prize for Brewers being in top place, but it was very nice.
How we say in Chicago, number 3, Prince Fielder. Right off Orion Dempster and Mark DeRosa making the grab, laying out and loving the leather. And we'll go back to Chicago in a moment.
Sure. We're going back to the Soccer Champions League, Chelsea, Bordeaux. Frank Lampard, sweet back heel pass to free up Florin Malouda for the goal. Look at Frankie.
Ooh.
That is so nice, huh? Puts Chelsea up 3-0, and they win 4-0. Soccer teams.
Back to Chicago. Corey Hart, fly ball to left center. Reed Johnson has a beat. He would not be denied. Full extension, covering a lot of ground. Johnson makes the play, and the Cubs hold on to win this 5-4. The Brew Crew continue to reel.